Gardner from Elliott Bay Hypnosis here in Seattle, Washington. It is a beautiful day today. I hope the wind isn't too bad with the microphone picking that up. But it was so nice that I wanted to be out in this to do the live stream today instead of in an office because the sun is very, very good for you. And basically what I wanted to talk about was first make an announcement. Those of you that have been following me for a while that I've had my Sunday service live streams. That is going to be done. We are doing Freedom Friday now because that just kind of works better for me. And especially with the weather getting nicer, time to make some changes. And that is really what hypnotherapy, I think, is all about, is making changes in our lives and making them stick. And more than that, honestly, it's being able to roll with the changes when they come, to be able to flow with things as it changes and overcome our resistance to change, to doing the things the same way that we've always done them. You know, that the patterns that we've fallen into that may no longer serve us, how to let go of that and move into something that helps us more. So that's what this is all about. And you know, it's been lovely out, and every time I talk to people and they find that I'm a hypnotist, they're always asking like, oh, well, is it like brainwashing? So I feel like I need to address that today. Why not? First Freedom Friday. Let's get all the old myths and misconceptions about hypnosis out of the way. So when we're taking in hundreds of thousands of bits of information, all sorts of little stimuli constantly, and the formula kind of goes, something comes in. This is important with social media too, because social media does this extremely well. And when I say it's weaponized, this is what I'm talking about. It'll feed us a stimuli, and we will feel an emotion. And this will be something strong, maybe, anger or something funny. Doesn't matter where it is on the spectrum, but we feel it. Then we go, okay, that generates a feeling in the body, for better or for worse, whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable. But with social media and things and this constant bombardment of stimuli, messaging, all of that, then we move on to the next thing. We don't stop to assess the information that just came in, to judge whether it's accurate or not, whether it's right or wrong, whether it fits with our map of reality or not. We scroll on to the next thing. We're bombarded by the next thing. And we just store that information away from later. So if that's sort of, you hear it once, send it out of your mind. You don't think about it. But there are two things that impress an idea into the subconscious. And the idea becomes the story, becomes a program that runs. And with social media especially, but this is for the history of mass media, what will happen is that message comes in, we don't process it, we go on to the next thing, we don't stop and think about it. And then another thing, and that's stored away. with repetition, we get bombarded by it. Something goes viral constantly. You're hearing the same message over and over and over and over again. And that emotion is attached to that message that you feel. So then you start to feel, then you associate that with this feeling. And before you know it, like, your belief has changed, and you don't even realize it's happened. That is brainwashing. That's the formula right there. And with hypnosis, it's funny because for all of the talk about mind control and all of that, hypnosis is really like the deprogramming of that sort of thing, of changing our responses that we didn't know we were being programmed with, that we'd been programmed with against our will, in order to return to kind of a default state and actually be able to make conscious choices of how we want our life to be, of the way we want to live. And that's the big difference between the two things. So but it's important to realize that we don't realize this is happening, and there's nothing wrong with you for experiencing this, because we all do it. That, like, we're built a certain way, all of us, and none of us are immune to that. It's going to happen. But if we're aware of it, we can slow things down, we can stop, we can be more mindful of kind of the things that we consume, and more critical of the messages that are being delivered to us. And that will help us get to where we want to go. In life, we don't have to just take it in and move on. One of the most frustrating things is how people don't realize that this is what's happening. And again, like, it happens to all of us. It's happened to me. I'm not lying. I'm not here saying I'm better or anything like that. This is just something that happens in the world that we need to be aware of. Once we're aware of it, it becomes easier to avoid, but we're not immune to it. It's hijacking our limbic system in our mind, and we need to use our neocortex to sort it out. But if we're just scrolling through a feed and going, oh, well, this makes me feel this, oh, well, that's bad, reading headlines, not examining things, of course you're going to get upset. That's the attention economy, and the attention economy thrives on your outrage. It needs your eyes. It doesn't care how it gets it. That's the thing. It just wants to make you feel something, so you click on it, so it gets the ad revenue. That's all. See, I'm doing this a little differently today. So, just checking the chat real quick. Yeah, this is mobile phone live streaming. So, I hope that the wind hasn't been too bad, that you've been able to hear me okay. And I hope that this message kind of resonates with you, because this happens in every area of our lives, and it changes things in ways that we don't realize are happening. But you can be free of it. You can change the things that you want to change in your life. But it has to be you that initiates that takes that initiative to bring about the change in your life. I can help you when you're ready, but you have to want it and be ready for it, and know that it has to be you that makes that change. So if you are interested in how I can help, go to EB Hypno, schedule a call with me. Let's talk. And until next time, I will see you all later. Thanks for watching as I figure out how to turn off the stream here on my phone.